video, I'm going to teach you how to create clean Apple style visuals like these. But before we start, we need to go back to where this style came from.
This is one device, and we are calling it iPhone.
Apple has always been known for its design. Some people love their products.
Out of control lines, people waiting hours, even days. Things in LA even turning violent. Check out this brawl that broke out after one man discovered someone had been paying homeless people to hold places in line.
And some people criticize Apple and instantly take it to social media.
It's only been 2 days since Apple released their iPhone Pocket, and it's already becoming the most controversial product of the year.
You spend a penny on the iPhone Pocket?
But regardless of opinions, Apple became the most successful company in the world for a reason.
The Apple Pocket just sold out in all 14 colors.
I take a red-eye flight to New York to be first in line for the Apple Pocket just to find out it instantly sold out.
It is $229.95. It was just released yesterday.
And recently, one part of Apple's identity has been blowing up on social media: the animation style. Clean UI motions, smooth animations, minimal layouts. This look has been trending everywhere, and a lot of creators have been making their own inspired versions, including me. And now you want to create visuals like these. Apple's look starts with color. They usually use white or black backgrounds. Both give that clean, modern, minimal look. In After Effects, just create a solid layer and set your background to either white, black, or a very light gray. Apple rarely uses loud or complemented colors. Also, I put together a free Apple style color palette with the exact hex codes. Link in bio if you want to download it. And with the palette done, let's move on to the second piece of the Apple style: the font. Apple uses their own font family called SF Pro Display. Bold is used for titles or headings. Regular or medium is used for subheadings and smaller text. A white background with this font already makes it look like Apple. And actually, these Apple UI animations are the #1 style businesses and content creators use for the ads and content. If you know how to do it properly, you'll be able to track clients on command. Just like how I did with my recent challenge where I landed a client in 2 weeks using the Naughty Juan method that I've been gatekeeping for a while now. But now I'm actually finally opening slots for my one-on-one mentorship. This isn't cheap and I'm only taking on a limited number of students, but if you want to apply to see if you're a good fit, click the first link in the description. But now let's talk about shape layers. You can use shape layers to create Apple style UI panels, and you're able to morph one shape to another using one layer and keyframes. It really is that simple. Make sure you keep that clean color palette we talked about, and always use rounded corners to match Apple's design style. From here, you should be able to start adding shapes, icons, numbers, or other things, and use nulls to control everything. But now let's talk about spacing, because this is where the design actually becomes Apple-like. Apple always leaves breathing room. Nothing feels cramped, nothing feels accidental. That space is what makes everything feel intentional, simple, and easy to understand, no matter who's watching. So whatever you're working on, strip it down and set it up in the simplest way possible. Your main layout should almost always stay centered. That's how you lock the viewer in. If things are off balance, people don't know where to look, and confusion kills attention. And only after your layout feels clean, that's when animations brings it to life. Apple animations are subtle, smooth, and quick. Nothing is flashy or dramatic. Some of the most common Apple style animations are text slide up animation. In After Effects, add keyframes for position. Go to the start and position it either up, down, or left and right. In this case, we're going to position it going up. Add easing or a graph to your keyframes and use a square mask so it reveals clean. The next animation is word by word reveal. In After Effects, add your text and separate the words into their own layer, and then use position to keyframe them like we did earlier. And as an option, you can also add opacity keyframes and then stagger them so they reveal word by word. Here's how to make this Apple style text animation in 30 seconds. Add your text, go to your text layer, click animate, add opacity and position, set position to 100 and opacity to 0. Go to range selector, then advanced, change characters to words and shape to ramp up. Set the ease high to -50 and the ease low to 100. Then add a keyframe to the offset from -100 to 100 and boom. Also, to make this easier for you, I put together a small Apple style animation pack, and it includes the shakes, bounces, and micro animations that I use in my own edits. So if you want these exact movements without building them from scratch and want to support the channel, link in description. Moving on, we have effects. Here are a few examples Apple uses. Bevel and emboss. In After Effects, right click on your clip, go to layer styles, and here there's some cool options, but the one we're looking for is bevel and emboss. It works for text, logos, and basically any other layer, just play around with it. Next is the glass morphism effect. Create a shape layer, activate adjustment layer mode, and add the fast box blur effect. Then increase the blur radius to your liking. Then I like to duplicate the layer, disable fill, and add a white stroke. Remove adjustment layer mode and remove the box blur effect, and change the blend mode to overlay. Then lower the opacity to around 30. It just gives it a nice border. Then you can link the stroke to the main shape or newel so you can move it around easier. Now this effect works best when there's a cool background, since technically it's only blur. So on a solid background, it will basically just be transparent. Next is drop shadow. Drop shadow can really make your visuals stand out, but it needs to be very subtle if you want it to be Apple-like. The last touch is sound effects. They add even more to the visuals. Sound effects make your visuals feel alive. In fact, I've been using sound effects this whole video, and by now I'm pretty sure you think this video is super high quality. If your animation is smooth, then your sound should be smooth too. There are many places you can find sound effects, and usually the best ones are going to be on the subscription-based websites, where you can search up these terms. Honorable mention, but Apple also does 3D animations. If you want a tutorial on how to make 3D animations with cool camera motion like these that I've made, then make sure to subscribe, and most importantly, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel and is free. But yeah, those are some of the many things that are part of the Apple style. Best to start simple and work your way out to more complex animations, but once you understand the colors, the spacing, the smooth motion, and the subtle interactions, everything you make starts to feel more intentional and more premium. And if you want to become my student and start easily landing high-paying clients in the next 60 to 90 days and learn from someone who's generated over 200 million views online and charges over $6,000 for a 30-second video, click the first link in the description and we'll see if you're a good fit. I hope this video helped you understand the Apple style a lot better. Let me know other videos you want to see. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.